Hello and welcome to Reject Public Radio, a place where we throw out common sense in favor of sensationalism and outright stupidity. That's right, we follow the American tradition. For those of you who do not know, this is a discussion show where we try to solve all the problems, big and small, from the home all the way to the White House, from the basement to the strip club. Here we tackle all the issues, and as much as I know you all like to hear me talk, let's get into our panel. First, we have San Fierro gardening expert, Mr. Sycamore Jones, a man so in love with nature. He believes man should move out of the condominiums and back into the forest.
Well, that's right. These modern ways are gonna ruin us, and I'm here to prove it. Ruin!
Yes, and moving on, we have a mailman of Los Santos who knows the city and place inside and out. So who better to tell us how to change it than Mr. Dave Cattell?
Well, that's right. I'm a mailman. I'm proud of it. American citizen. Go America! I know everything about this city, everything. I know what time you even go to work, and I make to take good advantage of it, 'cause I sneak in and I'm fucking your wife, especially you, congressman.
Okay, and finally, but certainly not least, a special guest, a Republican running for mayor, Congressman Christopher Mans.
Thank you, Money. And as stated, I am running for mayor of our great city. So much so that I am willing to come on your little terrorist show here to spread my message out to the people.
Hey, I am not a terrorist, okay? I am a citizen just like you.
Whatever, terrorist, whatever. Can we get this going? I have important places to be.
Okay, fine. Today we are here to talk about public decency and respect, something the congressman himself does not seem to be showing right now.
Now don't you infuriate me, terrorist, or I will have your ass deported and you will be back pushing donkey carts in Gualapan, Black Boom, wherever you're fucking from.
As I stated earlier, two things that seem to be lacking in San Andreas and Los Santos and in this radio station in particular is public decency and respect. I am your host, Alamani Aklaki, and we will move on. Gunfights, gangs, rape, murder, all of these things are becoming more and more common in our great state. So please tell me, just tell me, how are we going to fight back against such impossible odds? Let us start with Mr. Cattell, since as a mailman, you have your eyes on a lot of Los Santos every day. How can we fix these problems?
That's right. I'm a mailman. The lifeblood of this country. We have been the information center of this nation since it was first taken over. And you can start by respecting us by locking up your damn dogs. We are sick of being bitten and barked at by your unleashed mongrels. If I had my way, I'd have all the little bastards bound and gagged and thrown into the ocean. Now that idea is just atrocious. We need animals to take shits all over the lawns and forests. They provide compost. Speaking of shit, that is a great idea to get people together. We should all hold hands and roll around in big piles of steaming shit.
You want to what?
Now you listen to me. This makes perfect sense. A lot of people are mean to each other because of either money or religion or race. Well, I can promise you all that won't matter when everybody gets covered in compost.
Alright, you stop. You stop right now. That idea is even more stupid than the puppy-killing mailman over there. Hey! I take offense to that.
As sad as this may sound, I actually agree with the congressman. Your ideas are a little extreme, but what about you, Congressman Mans? Do you have a plan to get people to show more respect to one another and practice decency?
Why, yes. It's actually quite ingenious, actually. Instead of worrying about what the dredges of society are doing to one another, instead we should declassify them, declassify people from lower incomes that make less than $100,000 who children attend public schools. We should declassify them as citizens as well as people.
Excuse me?
I excused you the moment I saw you, terrorist. Now let me finish. Instead of people, we should classify them as more of a cattle. We can even have them classified in sections for better organization. Men are worker cattle, and women are more of a sex cattle are to be threatened with deportation unless they service me and other morally well-to-do people.
Wait, wait. As much as I'd love to hear about your delusions of grandeur, I feel it is my duty to point out that you're teetering very close to segregation and slavery.
That's right. The problem with slavery is that it tried to keep the slaves. I say, if you don't want to work by our rules, then you're free to leave the country. We will enjoy America without you, but you'll have to leave the female cattle behind.
Enough from you. How did we even get to where we're talking about these ideas?
Well, it's
Trees!
excuse me.
Trees, trees, trees. That's the solution, Congressman.
Ugh. I know I'm going to regret this, but what about the trees, Sycamore?
Every man in America should know females have always been this society's biggest problem. Always nagging and complaining. That's why I left my wife and I married a poom poom tree.
You did what?
I married a tree. And not just any tree, a great tree, a powerful tree, a faithful tree, my favorite tree.
You lunatic!
That's why we do everything we can to prevent people like you from voting. We can't have you walking into voting booths with splinters in your pecker, with decent people scared out of their minds. Cattle like you needs to stay in the barn, Chico.
Speaking of cattle, Congressman, at this year's Republican National Convention, a man threw peanuts at a black CNN anchor lady. How do you feel about that?
Oh, yes, I was there during that incident, and let me just tell you, it was terrible. That was a perfectly good waste of good peanuts. If it were me, I would have thrown a chicken breast or a drumstick at her. We all know how black people.
Stop right there. There will be none of that. We're going to have to take a break right now and beg you guys for money because, as you know, this is public radio and we depend entirely on your donations. So please stay with us. Please, please.